Jesus Christ, God, the Holy Spirit is doing a beautiful work in you. And if you can allow that to happen and know that you are becoming more perfect and entire in that, what I'm saying is that you're going somewhere with Jesus. You are growing in Jesus. You are running a race with God, and He has you in the palm of His hands, and He wants to grow you. These difficulties, once we realize this, stop being such like a burden of why is this happening? This is the worst thing ever. But it's something to rejoice in. So I just read James, I believe it's 1:2-5. And in there, James something. But basically in there it talks about how count it all joy when you face trials and tribulations of any kind. You're going to face many different trials and tribulations in our life. Various, it talks about various. But it says count it all joy, knowing that the trying of your faith produces patience. And that patience is going to produce, it says let patience have its perfect work. That's such a beautiful freaking thing. And it says that patience, when it's doing its perfect work, it's going to make you more whole and entire. It's going to make you more perfect and entire, wanting nothing. What that means, let me break this down real quick. So patience, I look up the original translations of that, and there's three different words that really come to mind with that. And it's number one, endurance. It's going to build that endurance to be able to withstand carrying heavy burdens. It's endurance, perseverance, being able to continue to move forward, continue to come back. It's steadfastness also. Steadfastness is being able to stand strong and hold faith in the midst of difficulties and circumstances. So that's basically saying that back in the day when they would use this word of patience, it's the fact of people being able to hold on to their faith, but not just faith, but hold on under heavy burdens and difficult circumstances, not being crushed by them, and then continuing to persevere. So it's saying that when you have that patience, when that patience is being produced by those difficult times, by the testing of your faith, that allows you to grow in that perseverance, to grow in that endurance and in that steadfastness. It's going to grow your faith. It's going to be amazing. You're going to grow stronger. You're going to be a tenacious, you're going to have more tenacity. You're going to be able to come back. And it says when you allow that to be produced in you, when that is created from the trying of your faith, and then you allow that to have its perfect work, that patience, which is those three words combined together. When you allow that patience to have its perfect work, which basically means allowing it to do what it needs to do. When you have patience, you continue to come back. You continue to stand strong in the midst of the difficulty. It is going to continue to grow you into somebody that is more perfect and entire, which doesn't mean literally sinless, but it means that you're going to be not lacking anything that God is trying to produce in you through what He's taking you through. So it's like growing in love, growing in joy, growing in peace, growing in faith. All these things are being grown in you through going through these difficult times, going through these trials and tribulations that you need to go through. And when you have that patience, you continue to stand strong, endure the patience. In the original translations, that patience literally means to remain under. So to remain under like a heavy burden, not backing away from it. There's also another verse, I love it because it goes with perseverance, that talks about let us run the race that we have been set on with patience. And that's basically meaning continuing to run this race with endurance, but then also perseverance. In a race, you're continuing to move forward, and if you're going to endure it, you have to continue to persevere despite the obstacles. If there's things in a race, if there's just like, we're going on a long course and it's just like uphill sometimes it's downhill, we have to persevere. We have to continue to move forward. And if you think about it, it's basically like working out. So if you're working out, you're going out there, you're trying to get this workout in, you are under this heavy weight and it sucks, it's gonna burn, it's gonna suck. But if you know what the goal of being under that weight is, all of a sudden, you can have that joy in the middle of that freaking burden. You know that I'm trying to build this beautiful body, I'm trying to build my muscles, so I'm gonna stay under this burden, I'm gonna stay under this. I'm gonna continue to persevere through this freaking pain. I'm gonna continue to go down and up, keep doing that over and over. And that, what that does is it allows that patience of, for one, the patience of being able to endure that and staying under that, but then also the patience of continuing, you know, in the moments when you're not seeing the results, when the things you're looking in the mirror, you don't have the most freaking results, and you got to kind of like rest and relax and be able to come back the next day and do it all over again. That is the patience of that, knowing that, hey, it's a long-term game, it's a long course that I'm going on to build my body, but I really want to do this. I know that I'm being made more entire, perfect and entire, like the verse says. And over time, slowly but surely, those muscles start to get built. You know what I'm saying? It's freaking beautiful, because those muscles start to get built, and over time, you're this beautiful specimen, you're this beautiful body, or at least you're more complete than what you were before. And that's the same thing for our spiritual lives. We are being built into that beautiful, not just body, but on the inside, our character is being built to be, like God says, more perfect and entire, wanting nothing. Have you ever thought about it? Like, there's just times where you're going through this struggle and you're trying to fight against that struggle. You're like, why is this freaking difficulty happening? But then after a while, you see what God has planted in that thing. It's like, oh, that sucked because, you know, I was having difficulties with this person, but then this actually taught me to not worry about what they think, or to not worry about the outcome of this situation. I know it's all going to get worked out. It continues to do that. That builds your faith. That builds your peace in the midst of a storm. You're becoming more perfect and entire, man. I just think it's so beautiful, because if you guys are like me, I freaking love movies and TV shows, animes, where there's a character that just keeps coming back from freaking difficulties. I love One Punch Man with Goro, and I love Blue Lock with Isagi. They are freaking amazing, because it's just like they go into difficulties, they push themselves. Like Goro wants to be, for him, he wants to be the biggest monster. So he continues to go out there and just going into fighting people that are stronger than him, getting his butt beaten down, you know, winning sometimes, but then just continuing to learn, pick it up, and grow from there. And it's such an amazing thing, because you see how he gets broken down, but then that allows him to get another piece of the puzzle to get into the next fight even stronger. You know what I'm saying? And then he becomes this beautiful thing where it's like, at the end of the manga, whatever you want to say, he actually becomes like this freaking super strong person, and he's just like, his whole body is like a galaxy. But that's what the picture that I picture when I think of whole and entire. He was not super strong before, but then he became this freaking one of the strongest people in this freaking universe. But that's for us the same thing as growing into whole and entire in God. You start to be more loving, more joyous, more peaceful, more faithful, and it's just this amazing freaking energy that we're gonna have that nobody can freaking, like, it's just like the vision of it is just so freaking beautiful. It's the most beautiful thing ever. Isagi is the same way in that Blue Lock. He just like, he gets beaten down, but he continues to, he literally has puzzle pieces in his mind that he's piecing together, like, oh, why couldn't I do this? Why did I miss this shot here? Why did this not go right? And then he's piecing the puzzle together. Oh, this is actually what I needed to do. This is a piece of the puzzle that I was missing. This is a weakness that I have. This is a strength that I have that I can use to my advantage. That's what we're doing. We're literally putting that together in our freaking head. Do you understand that? We're putting that together slowly but surely, the pieces of the puzzle that God has put into us. He has this perfect freaking puzzle, man. He has this puzzle that is in there that we are just piecing together. And the more that we go into that struggle, that's why it says have joy in that tribulation, because it's helping us figure out the pieces of the puzzle. It's like, God, you taught me this through this. God, I needed to, what we're basically doing is, when you go into that place, let's say you go into a social event, it's super, you feel anxious and you have a lot of anxiety, maybe it was super awkward, and you're just like, your image, your self-image is hurt, is literally burning. It's like, damn, what do they think about me? Why did I do that? Why didn't I act right, or whatever? Why did I feel so bad about that? It's burning. It's like the muscles burning. You know what I'm saying? And the recovery and growth comes from, for us, reading the Word of God, but then also just, you know, finding verses that help us combat that. What does God actually say that goes against that? When you feel insecure about something, when you're worrying too much about what people think about you, you think about, that's what happened with me. I was like, oh, why do I do that? Why do I feel like that? Then I found this verse talking about how, do I seek to persuade men or God? For if I seek to persuade men, surely I am not a servant of Christ. That is something that helped me immensely. For the Lord shall be thy confidence. That built my freaking spiritual muscles away from that weakness that it was before, of that insecurity, worrying about people's approval. And I'm so much stronger because of it. You can do that every single day. When you feel that struggle, when you feel that pain, start to realize that it is a gold mine for you to be able to grow more perfect and entire and be the strongest you possibly can be. It's literally gonna be insane. You're gonna do crazy things once you continue to grow. I'm still on this journey myself, and I'm just seeing how much it's grown me to be more joyous, loving, peaceful, faithful, kind, gentle, having more patience, like tenacity. I have this energy that I can't describe right now. And I know that you guys can do it too, man. I know that it's gonna continue to grow within y'all guys, and I can't wait to see y'all at the end of this course, man. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do it to the best of our ability. I love you guys very much, man. I hope you guys are having an amazing one. I will talk to y'all in the next video. Peace. Peace.